What is going on, everybody? This is the Negro Shadi, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about the E3 2020 conference for Sony. And if I had to describe Sony's E3 press conference this year, I would have to describe it. If I can describe this conference in one word, I would say that it was dry. It was a pretty dry conference. Now, that's not to say that Sony lost because Sony won E3. Let's just be honest. Let's get that out of the way. Sony won E3 for like the Sony won E3 for like the I want to say that like the third time in a row. Sony won again. Oh, what a surprise! Okay, so Sony won E3, but Sony didn't really show up this year. I think they're saving everything for PSX. I really think they are because we still didn't get to see Sucker Punch's new game. Sucker Punch has been quiet for a while. Where the heck was their new game? And Death Stranding, that wasn't going to be there. Like a lot of things were announced like way before. Because here's the thing, something that this conference lacked was like surprises. Because if you did your research and if you were really on the internet before E3 started, there were trademarks for a Monster Hunter game, and there were trademarks for Shadow of the Colossus also before the event even started. So I already knew that stuff was coming. So those weren't big announcements. And then for me personally, I don't care about Shadow of the Colossus. That like I never played it back in the day, and so like I don't really care about Team Eco's games like that. So those weren't really big surprises for me. So, and then there were a lot of people that already knew about the trademarks. Well, I don't think there were a few people that didn't know about the trademarks, but if you knew about the trademarks, all of that wasn't a surprise to you. So, what did Sony really show this year? The same games that they showed last year, pretty much. We got to see more Detroit, and Detroit looks pretty good. They started the conference with Uncharted, and I don't give a crap about Uncharted, so that really didn't do anything for me. They showed more of that God of War, and I'm happy. I'm happy that like I was telling people before this conference started that God of War and Spider-Man isn't coming till next year. I kind of knew that. I kind of knew that was going to happen. But yeah, they showed Spider-Man at the end of the conference, and there was kind of, I think you can call it a post-credit scene with Miles Morales. So that was pretty cool. But overall, we got to see basically the same games that they showed last year. Horizon Zero Dawn, we got some DLC for that. And I can't really get excited for that because I still haven't beat the game. So, yeah. Let's see what else did they show. They showed Call of Duty. Don't give a crap about Call of Duty. Destiny. And they had the nerve. Okay, so here's the thing. This is how you know. Sony did not even show up. Like I said, they didn't even show up. They weren't even trying because Sean Layden comes on stage and pretty much starts talking about all of the games that came out this year already and how good Sony is doing. Like he just came out to pat himself on the back. Like they didn't even show up this time. They kind of didn't even have to because from the reaction that I'm seeing, it seems like a lot of Xbox people. Well, it seems like a lot of people think that Microsoft dropped the ball this year. Once again, like a lot of people think that Microsoft dropped the ball, and so for a lot of people, it's like Sony didn't really even need to really show up. And I feel like they are trying to. I feel like Sony is trying to. They're trying to really just save a lot of their stuff for PSX, and I don't like it. Like this is E3, you're supposed to show everything here. And I get that PlayStation, I get that PSX is a big event for PlayStation people, but it's just like I kind of wanted to see more. I mean, y'all didn't really show anything. I mean, they showed. Oh yeah, they also showed Days Gone, which looks pretty good. Days Gone definitely looks amazing, but overall, they just didn't show enough. And then they had the nerve to show VR. They had the nerve to show a bunch of VR games. They split it into one segment where they were just showing VR game after VR game, and I was about to doze off. I'm like, nobody comes here for this crap. Like this is stupid. They showed this game called Moss or whatever with this small little rat. Like come on, like knock it off. Where are all the games? Where are all the freaking games, man? Like, yo, where are all the games? Where's Sucker Punch's game? Like, where the heck were all the games? I was just sitting there thinking that as I was watching this conference, I was like, well, what the heck? Like, where the heck are all the games? And then, from what I heard, and this also happened to me, the audio of the screen was messing up. So like the audio of the screen was messing up, and so a lot of people didn't get to hear. Like Horizon and stuff like that. What in the world is that about? Hold on. Oh man. All right, so sorry about that. I had to deal with my nephew. Uh, so what was I saying? So basically, yeah. I heard that the audio. I could tell like the audio was messing up in during the scream and stuff. And so that like didn't help also because I was like I couldn't really hear what was going on and like the Horizon DLC when they were showing that I couldn't hear anything and during like the first part of Days Gone that it was showing I couldn't even hear anything. It's like the audio was messing up. But overall, man, this conference was weak. It was very weak. I mean, there's a lot of people that probably went crazy over that Shadow of Colossus, but and I can't get into that type of stuff. So they also showed Monster Hunter 2, and that Monster Hunter demo that was just horrible. Like nothing was really going on, and it was just a lot of jump cuts and stuff. Like, yeah, that Monster Hunter was horrible. And let's see, they also showed one more thing. They showed Marvel versus Capcom, and a lot of people were just saying that Marvel versus Capcom is pretty much dead on arrival now because of the Dragon Ball Z game. And I agree. I'm usually the contrarian. I'm usually the contrarian, but I agree. I mean, I'm still gonna buy the game, but yeah, Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z looks way better than Marvel vs. Capcom, and they announced that there's going to be a demo, and I'm actually downloading the demo right now. Hopefully by the time I'm done this video, the demo will be downloaded. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all that they showed. But overall, yeah, this conference was just dry. It was just tame. I mean, they showed games. They showed gameplay. The Spider-Man gameplay was pretty good. Uh, I'm already seeing people complaining about the way Spider-Man swings. It's just like knock it off, man. Like why are y'all complaining? This looks way better than every Spider-Man game that we've gotten so far. The only I can't even say that it's a complaint, but the only thing that I notice is that the combat is very similar to the Batman Arkham games, and I guess I'm okay with that. But I just I don't know because a lot of games have taken that Batman Arkham formula, and it just the combat is just too similar to Batman Arkham. But I still like what I saw though. But overall, this conference was, I mean, it was cool. It was cool, but they could have done better because like the last 2 years have been amazing, and everyone was expecting big things, and I feel like they held back. They held back for PSX. So here's hoping that at PSX we get some really big announcements because overall this conference I gotta give it an A because I mean I gotta be objective here because honestly they showed some things that I'm excited for and I can't wait to play. But as a conference itself, it was kind of disappointing. I'm gonna give it an A, but just know that I was disappointed by it, and just know that I felt like it's dry. It was a dry. That's like the only thing I can say about this conference is that it was dry. It was just another good conference from Sony, but it's just like you could have done more. But yeah, that's all I got to say about the E3 2017 Sony press conference. I apologize for the little pause that happened, and I had to go and deal with something. And let me know what you guys thought about the Sony E3 2017 press conference. And I'll see you guys next time. This has been Amigo Shadi. I'm out of here. Peace.